Hey friends, I'm finally back. First, I want to talk about A THON. It was a lot of fun. First Agatha Christie book, and then there were none. It had this really cool, creepy poem that was kind of like the theme of the book, if you will. And I think I had a pretty good idea of who it was, but then I second guessed myself, which, is pretty much, what you're supposed to do. I really enjoyed it. My favorite thing that came out of it, though, is I found out that Agatha Christie was my grandmother's favorite author, and is the one that turned my mom on to reading Agatha Christie. So that's pretty cool. And next time I go to my mom's house, I'm going to look through all the books that my grandmother had by Agatha Christie, and I can talk to my mom about them, and we can discuss that book if she read it also. So that'll be a lot of fun. Next book I'm going to be reading right now is a book that I'm actually borrowing from a friend, Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. And basically it's about, it's set in the 1800s, but based off of the Old Testament book of Hosea from the Holy Bible. Really looking forward to that. If you don't really know a lot about Hosea, basically his wife was a whore, and at one point he and his children go to buy her back from like a prostitution slave market kind of thing. So I think that'll be interesting. I love any of that stuff that's set in that time period. Pride and Prejudice and all of that kind of thing. Ozzy, what are you doing? Oh, there he is. Hey. Hey. Isn't he the cutest? Aren't you the cutest? We went to Ollie's, and our Ollie's has there's a Dollar Tree next to it. And every time we've gone in there, like, Dollar Tree has nothing. It's so disappointing. And we're like, where the books would be, it is such a mess. But we lucked out this time. But first, Zoe, Paperback Junkie, she got this book, and when I saw it on her channel, I was like, hey, I've looked at that every single time I've gone into Ollie's, but there have been other books that I've gotten instead, and I haven't gotten it. But the title is really good to me. I think it's just a good title. It just grabs me, and the cover is really just stark and striking to me. I guess it kind of reminds me of like Sin City, if you've ever looked at that graphic novel, the way that the art in that is done. But it's In a Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. And it's just black and white, but I just love that, In a Dark Wood. It sounds like it could be a line from a Tolkien book or something. So, him just wants some attention. So my husband came across this book, and he's like, they've had this book in dollar stores for like 20 years. I'm going to get it. Bruce Bethke, Rebel Moon. So maybe he'll read it. Maybe I'll read it. Who knows? But that's pretty cool. Based on the computer game from Fenris Wolf. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I'm still kind of like, wow, that's so awesome that we found these books of all places, Dollar Tree. And not that we found one, we found two hard case crime books. Donald E. Westlake writing as Richard Stark, Lemons Never Lie. And that's just kind of a funny title to me for like a crime novel. Lemons Never Lie. That sounds like one of those like girly rom-com books or something, This other one is also written by Donald Westlake. It says the final novel from MWA Grandmaster Donald Westlake Memory. And that's a really cool cover. She's just wearing a red bedsheet. She looks awesome. And then I found 3 like body books, set 20s, 30s kind of era. This one, I think the cover on it is just a really fun cover. It's super colorful. looks like it's about a lady that owns a theater, and then when the stock market crash happens, she opens her theater up to homeless people. Saint Mazzy by Jamie Attenberg. I think that's a great cover. It's super colorful. You know, it caught my eye immediately, and I was like, ooh, what is that? So I'm looking forward to reading that. This one, I picked it up because the cover looks cool. The title's great, and then it's written by Kate Alcott, author of The Dressmaker. I didn't read The Dressmaker, but I did watch the movie, and I loved it. So based on that, I'm like, surely this is going to be good. A Touch of Stardust. And I just think that looks great. I just love how it just looks so glamorous. And then last one, Parlor Games by Marika Biagio. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's about a con woman. And then I just really like that cover. I mean, they just look fabulous. Love it. Hats, fur fox thingies, or some other animal, fancy dresses, gloves. You know, don't you wish you still wore gloves? All that fancy stuff. I do. Although I don't think it would be fun to have to like get really dressed up for dinner every day. Last thing I'm going to show you, we pre-ordered Paperbacks from Hell, Twisted History of 70s and 80s horror books, or horror fiction. This thing looks so cool. Pretty sure my one kid that really reads a lot is going to look at this. But it's just amazing. The covers are so cool. And I don't know if it's on purpose, you know, like some of the pages are like super slick, but some of them feel like they have kind of like a texture to them. And there's like, they have like some of the, they'll have like, you know, what was on the book and then the pencil drawing. There was one of those, and I don't know if I can find it real quick. It probably would have been a good idea if I put like a marker in there and then I could just flip to it real quick. But that's not my style to be prepared like that. Jaws. I hope I can find the one. This one was like my favorite. I was like, what the heck is this thing? And you know, each chapter is kind of like, you know, it's a theme basically of what the books were about, you know, and the covers. Like chapter 2, like it definitely feels like there's a texture on those pages. Creepy Kids is the theme of that one. But anyway, there's one and it has some kind of creature. He has like dragon scale arms, he has antlers, and then he has furry legs. So he's like a fawn dragon lizard man or something. I don't know. He looked really cool. Lots of creepy little kids and stuff. So it's a lot of fun to just look at because it's got so many cool things. Like, I just, you know, if you've ever watched any of my other videos, and just about every video, I say something about the fact that I love books that have like actual, like, you know, someone did a drawing or something. I hate ones where it's just a picture of people. Like, that's just not very creative to me. I would much rather see something that I know, like, if somebody would, like, you know, go to an art gallery and there's like a painting and it's that book cover, you know, like, that's way cooler. Okay, that's weird. It's a dude, okay, but then his legs is the brain instead. It sounds really funny when I say it like that, but like instead of legs, it's just a brain. Like, I don't think his legs have turned into a brain, but that's just how they did it. So it looks weird. Ah, there it is. Okay, here's the weird, whatever, dragon face fawn man. What is that? Anybody read that book? Let me know below. That's all I got. Until next time, thanks for watching. Have a great day or night, whatever.